For freshly brewed discussion on automotive sales and marketing, this is Coffee with Jason. The Coffee with Jason podcast is sponsored by Closer's Coffee. For that full-bodied, rich, sweet flavor with a bright acidity, drink Closer's Coffee, stay caffeinated, and keep on closing. Find out more at closerscoffee.ca.
Maybe a lot of that has to do with the short-term mentality, right? I think that's a big thing, and I think we need to, one of the things that we need to get better at in the automotive industry is looking at it from a long-term perspective, right? Sometimes strategies, and I'm sure you've had the conversation where you put something in place, 30 days are up, and they're like, "Oh, it didn't work. I didn't get anything from it." It's like, yeah, I mean, you gotta let it run its course, right? You gotta let things kind of do what they're supposed to do. There's a little bit of, it's not just a 30-day turn and that's what you're going to see. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of that has to do with the way that we look at the business itself. Like everything is on a 30-day cycle. Yeah. So, it just makes it harder when you're trying to make change and you have an expectation of it's changing now. And change is a process. It takes, it's a journey.
Yeah, the 30-day process really has been hurting our industry for an incredibly long time. I've seen it get a little better. For the longest time, I was a very angry individual against manufacturers. Actually, I had one manufacturer reach out to me and they go, "Hey, Jason, we actually don't do our stuff anymore in a 30-day cycle. We're looking on a quarterly basis. We give the dealerships the opportunity to hit those numbers on a quarterly basis." And I'm like, okay, maybe things have changed for some manufacturers, but at the dealerships, I still think we're stuck on really focusing on that 30 days. I mean, how many times as a manager was I told I was only as good as my last month?
Right.
It's like literally or even a salesperson, the same thing, right? I was always fighting to maintain my space in that 30-day cycle. And if I dropped all that 130 days, it didn't matter that I had 6 months of amazing performance. It all came down to what that 30-day cycle is. And the same thing, you're right. It affects our strategies and our marketing goals, objectives. I'm a big whiskey and scotch fan. And I'll tell you, there ain't scotch or whiskey out there I can drink in 30 days. It tastes pretty horrible, right? I was actually talking to my friend today over a whiskey. I'm like, you realize that this took 7 years to make. 7 years, all right, to get this color and flavor profile. So, we had to put all this energy into something, and we had to let it mature. Now, I'm not saying as an industry we should let 7 years go. Change.
Right, yeah, I mean, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying either. But let's just give things their due time, right?
But do you think it's the 30 days? I think a portion of the 30 days. But do you also think that maybe it's because there wasn't actually real proper written goals and objectives for each one of these strategies that we're just so quick to give up? Because we do have this mentality of like keeping up with the Joneses and just always changing shit so damn fast in our industry.
Well, I think a lot of let me speak from the marketing side, right? Because that's what I know, right? So I'll tell you, a lot of it has to do with us, right? It's the way that we're setting it up, right? I think that we have this fear of during presentations of really setting out the correct expectation for the decision makers, because, we're fearing cancellations or we're fearing that we're not going to get the deal, or whatever the case may be. But, I think that we need to become a lot more effective at, kind of setting up the right expectations so that the customers know, or the clients know, what that return is going to look like, and when is the good time to really measure the effectiveness of whatever strategy.